You can bet in a heartbeat that I make quality videos.
Can someone please explain to me what evaporated milk is? Wouldn't that just be gas by definition? I live in constant fear. No, it's what's left behind after the milk has been evaporated, 'cause only the water goes, not the other stuff. There's water in milk? What did you think the liquid was? I don't know, isn't milk its own liquid? No, it's milk stuff mixed with water. Milk stuff? Doesn't it just come from the cow's tit? It's like tit juice. There is water in juice, and there is water in milk. It's fat droplets suspended in water, with some nutrients and so forth dissolved in it. You know, like ranch dressing. Evaporated milk is just dehydrated milk. Obsessed with the user who assumed milk was its own element on the periodic table. As OP, I felt like I had to make this. Periodic table of elements. Milk, the forbidden 119th element. The only question left is if it's a metal, non-metal, or metalloid. OP seems to have classified it as a special case of hafnium, reclassified as lanthanide. This has fascinating implications for electron orbital geometry. Anyway, it's a rare earth metal apparently. Yes, I definitely classified it intentionally and knew exactly what I was doing when I put it with the lanthanides, because I am never wrong. Milk is a rare earth metal. I thought so. I took one look at your classification and immediately thought, this is definitely someone with a deep understanding of how the periodic table works. I'm glad that we have reached a consensus on the expected elemental properties of milk. I'd really like to know what this user's thoughts are on milk's electron orbital geometry. That would involve writing a crash course in how suborbitals work on a post about whether water, the primary ingredient in milk, is in milk, and even for Tumblr, that's going a bit far. No, it is absolutely not going too far. You guys always complain that you don't get to learn stuff in normal ways, and then you come asking for this. Milk is several compounds, please. Y'all are killing me over here. We have a container of dry milk because in addition to a little fat and sugars, it contains proteins, which settles into the pores of nitrocellulose membranes, making sure analytical proteins, specific antibodies, don't get trapped. We could just use casein, one of the proteins in milk, but milk is much cheaper and can also be found at Walmart. No, milk is a lanthanide. Keep up. Lanthanide? I think you mean lactonide. I will put Lego in all of your shoes. A cube of milk with 3 inches of edge length can blow up the galaxy. Our galaxy is actually the result of such an explosion. That's why we call it the Milky Way. This is a unique sort of thread in which you'll find 2 types of people exclusively: nerds and dumbasses. Enter Ocean Eyes and Not Dead Yet, 2 of the king's most quarrelsome stable hands. May one explain what powdered milk doth be? Is it not gas? I live in constant fear. The water flees to air, the rest is left. The dry debris then forms the powdered milk. Thou sayest water doth reside in milk? Pray tell what thou believest the liquid is. Is milk not one pure substance in itself? No, 'tis only milk stuff mixed with water. Yet milk appears from living cow's own tits. 'Tis juice from tits, yet water still it holds. If water be in juice, then 'tis in milk. Enter Darren, the scarlet pescatarian. 'Tis drops of fat afloat in water, as if 'twas dressing for thy greens. With water gone, the powdered milk remains. A note attached to an arrow, written by Burning Brand, flies through the window. Burning Brand's note: obsessed with he who foolishly believed that milk is element of chemistry. The note crumbles to ash. Burning Brand is not seen again. As he who instigated such a fight, I felt that this creation was my duty. Ocean unrolls a scroll of parchment with a flourish. Behold, 'tis milk, 119. Enter Jason Funderburker, a frog. And yet the burning question still remains. 'Tis metal, not, or somewhere in between. Jason Funderburker does not wait to hear the answer, and exits. A lanthanide, a special case I see. How fascinating, geometrically. But let us leave atomic musings be, for milk is a rare metal of our earth. Of course it is, for I am always right. My choices are, of course, deliberate. I do not doubt thou speakest truth, my lord. Thy brilliant mind is utterly unmatched. It seems that an agreement has been reached. Of course. However, in sincerity, I wish to know thy scholar-driven thoughts. I fear 'twould be beyond thy comprehension. To teach to thee would take this much too far. Exit Ocean in a huff. Enter Jessin, Boop Boop, Flipocrit, Velvet, and Lovely Dreams. Curious onlookers attracted to the scene. Do teach us, it would not take this too far. Ye all complain of learning strangely, then ask me baiting questions such as this. Thy gross ineptitude shall be my death. Milk is formed of small component parts. The fat, the sugars, proteins all combine. They seep through pores of membrane in this drink. Unpleasant compounds all are filtered out. All this obtained for small amounts of coin. No, milk is lanthanide. Pray keep the pace. The word thou meanst is lactinide, I think. May sharpened pane-shaped stones fill up thy shoes, so that thou never know'st a moment's peace. A cube of milk 3 inches on each side could blow up the entire galaxy. Our galaxy was formed in such a fashion. 'Tis why we gave it name of Milky Way. Thus ends our entertainment for the night. Here fools and pompous scholars come to fight. Exeunt, pursued by a cow. Shakespearean adaptation format inspired by Mortimer McMyers Stinks in this post. You people have no right to be this funny on my dash so early in the morning. This is one of those threads that would go perfectly as a video set to In the Hall of the Mountain King, and we all know it. I'm just not gonna be the one to make it. This has old Tumblr vibes. The chaos, the long rant. I curse and bless my followers with this.